Welcome to the Mediocre to Magnificent podcast. I'm your co-host, Braxton Matson, and your host, Lee A. Williams, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in because you are what makes this pure magnificence. You are the ripple effect of magnificence, and we are going to bring you a message that will give you insight, inspire you, motivate you, and challenge you to not only grow in your magnificence, but let you know that you are magnificent in everything you do. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. We're here, man.
We are here.
We are here. I got it. I got it, man. I got it.
You're doing it, man.
I got it, man.
You're doing it, man.
How you been?
Magnificent.
Same here. Always.
That's good.
So I hear you got another story.
I mean, yeah. it's a story.
Yeah.
So we're fixing up a property. And put some sod out in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Whole front yard sod, man. So we're like, okay. And I was talking to my wife. Like, I gotta water it. And then,
Gotta water it, man.
Not saying like anything other than like you can't make the investment in sod
and not water
it. So what could you imagine? Yeah, you made the investment and it's like, oh, let's sod the whole front yard.
And you not water?
And then not water.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, no.
It just be like
that just tells me you don't know exactly what you're doing.
Out.
Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll rain every day.
It'll rain.
When we need it to rain, it'll rain.
It'll rain. Would you just rely on that?
No.
Like, it'll rain?
Mm-mm.
You just recently did some sod.
I did, man. Yeah, we had, so ours, because it's a new house, so we got the sod in the front. Now I'm just dealing with the weeds on that part. But in the back, so they had to do a lot of grading. But you know how they are with houses. They're not going to sod your whole yard, man. That'd be astronomically expensive to get all that done.
Yeah.
So it started when it started to rain, it had these tendency, because there's a drainage.
Yeah.
So it started creating this it looked like a ditch, to be honest with you. And so we're like, we got to because I knew in my head, you've got to get stuff to slow the water down.
Yeah.
Sod, grass, whatever.
Yeah.
You got to get grass out there so it'll
yeah.
absorb it and not erode the dirt you have in the backyard. You know what I mean? So we had done that.
Yeah.
And we had three pallets, I think it was.
Right.
But the thing about the sod is you gotta water it because it's not part of the actual ground yet. It's
it's not
ground. It's gotta really soak in to get into the soil kind of thing. To take root. It's gotta take root. If it don't take root, it's gonna die. It's gonna die.
Look at those words.
It's just gonna die.
Take root.
And so I'm telling you, I was researching it, man. They were like, man, you gotta water it until it gets spongy. I'm like, that's a lot of water, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of water. You gotta, and you're talking about a 2x2 square or whatever, or if you're doing the roll.
Yeah.
And you gotta do that for every one. That's a lot of water.
Spongy, man.
It's a lot of water. But if you don't,
yeah, I mean, what's the point if you make thousands of dollars to get sod?
Yeah.
Right. And then you're like,
it'll be all right.
It'll be whatever. It's just so I always like to exaggerate it. You don't have no hose.
Right.
You don't
get it. You don't have a sprinkler.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't got a hose.
Yeah.
Is the
but you got sod.
Right.
Wow.
Man, that's crazy.
So the thing, where I had the connection, Holy Spirit, it's like, okay. So the sod is Yahuwah, is Yah.
Mm-hmm.
And you make the ultimate investment in Yah.
Mm.
Right?
Right.
Ultimate investment.
I mean, it's yeah.
You're in.
That's in.
You're like, I'm on his team. So then you have to ask yourself, now that you're in, what's the water?
Yeah. What does the water look like? Yeah.
What's the water?
Yeah.
Now, for me, the water is a word.
Okay.
But some people that say they're in don't read the word,
Right.
don't know the word, don't have a hose, don't have a sprinkler.
Right.
So the same way that, and I might have like set us up, set me up, but it's fine. It's all for fun.
Right.
But not saying it's negative. I'm just saying like to be like, man, how you gonna make the investment in thousands of dollars inside? And then so we make the ultimate investment. Say, oh no, I'm with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm on his team. I'm rocking with him. And then like, so we grasp it. We grasp it in every sense of the circumstance of, man, we're gonna make the investment inside, and then we're gonna have the hoses. We're gonna get the splitters. We're gonna have the sprinklers going. We're measuring like, this one will cover this area. This one will cover that. Then we just turn it. And
Then you
the
just
rest of it, and it's
you
like,
turn the water on and it's like water.
I got. Then you got timers. You're like, man, every 15 minutes, I'm gonna go out there and move it.
Man, that just sounds chaotic. That sounds like a lot of work. Well, it sounds like a lot of work, but it's like, does it really have to be all that? Does it really have to be all that? Yeah.
So then, through the course of time, it's like, okay, well, if you connect this hose to this hose and this sprinkler to this,
Yeah.
and if you just place it right here,
You're
like,
right there.
It's got to be right here. The amount of square footage that this will cover.
Right.
You only have to make one or two adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, remember, Yah, Sah, the word, the water. So now you're reading the word, like you've accepted him, you're rocking, you're doing your thing. But now you're starting to read.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
Yeah.
but you need it to cover the whole square footage of your life.
Yes. I like how you put that. Like, cause yeah.
Let me read it. Okay, it says, this is in 1 Corinthians.
All right.
3 is where I'm going to be at. And I probably, I can read a little bit. It's who then is Paul, and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believed, even as Yah gave to every man. I have planted, Apollos watered, but Elohim gave the increase.
Mm.
So then neither is he who plants anything, neither he who waters, but Elohim that gives the increase. Now he who plants and he who waters are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with Elohim. Ye are Elohim's husbandry, ye are Elohim's building.
Mm.
Yeah, I can stop there. So the thing is, man, the point that I wanted to put out here is, but Elohim gives the increase.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're like, man, well, we said we got to go out there and water it.
Right.
It's like, but it doesn't matter. The increase ain't going to come from you watering it.
No.
But
He waters
if the reason why we just tie it back to the side part of it is, unless it rains every day,
yeah,
you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So then unless you read every day, you might have a problem. And I don't
Right.
want to speak that over your life, like, oh, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
But it's so much in there. You have to study to show yourself approved. And there's so much. And if you don't give time and meditate on it daily,
Yeah. I mean, it has
you
to be a
could see
constant thing,
like,
man.
hey,
You could see where things, if you really sat down and you looked at your life, you could see where there's voids or where you got some brown grass.
you got
some brown spots.
You got some brown spots.
You got some brown spots.
Yeah.
That need to be watered.
So that's even like, because there's sometimes, so Mary tell you, if you just put it right here in the right place, right? But then there's still like, okay, the square foot got so much. It's just the wave of the.
There's only so much does every year.
So then you're like, okay, well,
I'll
just pick it up. I'll just make sure this corner
gets it.
Just the edge.
Because everything else is good right now. Everything else is.
I gotta give a little bit more attention to the corner.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta give a little bit more attention to the edge.
Yeah.
But what do you like the way you said the brown spot or the corner of the edge? How are you gonna find out what the corner edge is if you don't know?
Right.
And I'm trying into like.
I mean, we're talking about grass is Elohim, but like you got brown spot. Like the only way you know is the word. Because if you don't water it, you got a bunch of brown spots. Like you just all over the map. Like it's just brown.
It's just brown. And it was so funny because the man who came and did this,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he came and he was like, "Oh man, this," and he like grabbed it. He was like, "It's already taking root."
Yeah.
And it had only been. I was like, "Man, I've been watering every day."
You've been watering every day.
Right. But
taking root, man.
So did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
The man that came did this. First thing he did was
read that again.
And grabbed. He's like,
Picked
"Man,
it
it's
up.
already taking root."
Yeah.
I've been watering every day. And you think we're talking about grass?
I'll be honest with you, man. I get here early. And this is the first time I pulled up and saw the sod.
Yeah.
Man, it looked like a golf course out there, man.
And it's the thing. So it's like, so if you want to go to a further, like, how do you make thousands of dollar investment?
Yeah.
And then don't buy a hose.
You gotta have this. You gotta have the supplies.
You don't have
man.
no sprinklers.
You gotta have that.
You don't have no fertilizer. You don't have no weed killer. Like, we haven't even talked about some of that stuff.
Oh man,
You see what I'm saying?
Now that could be another podcast right there.
Another podcast.
We got the sod. You're watering it good. Now you got the weeds.
Weeds are gonna come.
How you gonna? And they're gonna come. Like there is no doubt. You're gonna get weeds.
Coming.
They're coming.
What are you gonna do?
How you doing with it?
So that's if you tie it into the biblical.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yes.
He's coming. The enemy's coming.
He's
He
coming.
doesn't want you to.
He's gonna sprout up.
You say, "Oh, you gotta read every day." No, you know.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, you're watering it, but man, it's helping me out too. I'm like, getting a bunch of weeds. Now what you gonna do? Yeah.
The weed and the tear.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh, would you? I don't wanna. Let them grow together. Come harvest time, then we'll
sift them out.
So like you said, that's a whole other.
Man. You could go on and on with that.
You could say,
for real.
"Oh, but it's like."
Yeah.
But in order, you see how then we start just popping off at the stories. Like, "Oh, what about this? What about this? What about this?" How read every day.
Read every day.
So you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, "Oh, no."
I'm telling you, that is it. That is it right there.
But so that's
key.
That's why I did this, man. Because I wanted to do it. But now let's just go back. No matter that I water, no matter that I plant.
Yeah, it's him.
He gives increase.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that he gives the increase is because he sees the diligence. So it's almost like, hey, yeah, good to pulling back an onion, man. You get exposed to this, and you're like, okay. And then it's almost like a test, but I'll let you figure that out. I mean, but there's there's several
There's several
patriarchs
layers. Yeah.
that we look to that's been like, okay, he was in prison
Right.
for some years, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's prison, but just to depict the test, to see your countenance, to see how you show up, and see how are you going to be like, oh, because what the task that we have, we got to be
the faithfulness involved in
right.
it.
We got to be good to go. We got to be battle tested, time tested.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, okay, what's he gonna do with this? Oh, okay, he was faithful in that. He did good in that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's reveal this to him.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not even in the word, you're not tying to what's being revealed. You got brown spots all over the yard.
Yeah. Brown spots.
You got dead areas in your faith.
Mm-hmm. But that's what the word does, though. It reveals those things.
Living.
Yeah.
Then that's the thing. You said you pulled up and it looked like a golf course.
Yeah.
So if my yard looks like a golf course, but my soul, my being, looks like a great.
The dry bones.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
You went, oh, I'm watering the yard. I'm just tying in.
That's interesting.
We make investments.
That
in all
is
kind
interesting.
Like, oh, we got the car. We got a new car. Wash and wax. You washing and waxing, buddy.
Yeah.
You pressure washing the house.
I mean, what pops up to me is the idol part of it. Is the idol. It's like, even if it's a good thing, like you're idolizing, like even like sometimes even with the fellowship stuff, I feel like sometimes like you could get in the word, but like you're just there because you want to be there sometimes.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
It's social.
Yeah.
You don't need none of that. I was messing with somebody. I was like, oh, they want to read the Bible with me, and they're doing this and doing that. It's like, you know, they can read the Bible. Have you been the ones like? You know they can read the Bible by themselves, right?
Right.
Like, you know they can have a relationship with him, right?
Yeah. That's the whole point.
We don't have to go.
What's shut the door kind of thing. You know what I mean?
More room.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we kind of been all over the place. Yeah. But the thing is, man, he gives the increase. So the same way you're smart enough to water your side to make sure it stays green.
He's giving the increase.
You got to be able to water your relationship with him.
Yeah.
And that's because you got to read his word, you got to meditate on his word, and you pray.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, if you have some brown spots, they'll be revealed.
They'll be revealed.
You got to tighten up some edges, some corners. Give the time. That's all I want to talk about, man.
Yeah, man.
It ain't about no golf course.
Keep it watered.
It's about your soul. Till next time.
This is your co-host here, Braxton Matson, and Lee and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we did making it, but we couldn't do it without you. So please hit that like button, leave us a rating, leave us a review. Let us know what topic or subject that you would like us to talk about in your journey from mediocre to magnificent. But most of all, share it. Be the ripple effect of magnificence and know that you are magnificent in everything you do. Till next time.